Here with the legendary Peter Schiff, and he claims that Bitcoin is going to go to zero eventually.
Right, and then you're going to be the gold kid.
And I'm going to
You're
be
going
the
to rebrand
gold.
yourself as the gold kid. Well, although you might not be a kid, Bitcoin could last for another 5 or 10 years. So
Exactly.
you'll be a man. You'll be the gold man.
I'll be the
Golden man.
Now, I'm not going to say whether that's right or wrong, but I'm very curious to know, Peter, what are your top two claims for Bitcoin going to zero and it being a Ponzi scheme?
What do you mean?
I mean, what are your top two claims for Bitcoin going to zero?
Well, I don't think it's going to zero anymore.
Okay.
I used to think it was going to go to zero.
But eventually, you think it will?
Well, in 100 years, yeah, it'll be zero.
Okay.
But, you know, in the foreseeable future, I think there will be some support for Bitcoin. There's a big enough cult that's grown up that, I think if Bitcoin went down to $10, there'd be people buying it, right? They wouldn't, so there'd be support. Mm-hmm. But so I think it's going a lot lower.
Okay.
And it may not even go to 10. It may find support $100 or $200. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But I think, from all practical purposes, if you buy Bitcoin now,
yeah,
it may as well go to zero.
Because
if you put $10,000 into Bitcoin and it's worth $100, it doesn't really matter if you lose the last 100, right? I mean, it's pretty much.
And if there's any teenagers watching, right, do you think that compounding into or dollar cost averaging to gold will generate good enough compound interest to make you retire younger?
No, you're not going to retire on gold. I mean, I think gold is a way to preserve your wealth.
Okay.
It's a way to protect yourself from inflation. But the best way to achieve wealth is to earn it. Start a business, invest in yourself, invest in your business. But you also need to make outside productive investments in companies, in income producing real estate and in stocks that, have good earnings and pay dividends. Don't overpay.
Mm-hmm.
So if stocks or real estate are expensive, hold more gold. But when they're cheap, then use your gold to buy more income producing, assets. Because, gold is, like cash, but it's better than cash because governments can't print it. It has, real value. It'll hold on to its purchasing power over time. But again, it's not a get rich quick scheme. It's a way to prevent state, not go poor, right? Not get wiped out by inflation.
Well, thank you so much. There's two things we agreed to. I think that Bitcoin is also better than Fartcoin, which you said, right?
I suppose it doesn't stink as badly as Fartcoin.
Yes, and that I think there is always a place for both gold and Bitcoin in your portfolio. So, Peter,
well, not in your portfolio, but like if you're a gambler, and so when if you have money set aside to bet on horse races or basketball games or take to a casino, you can take some of that money and use it for Bitcoin. That's all right.
Okay,
but not your stock portfolio. Your gambling money. You can put Bitcoin. Put Bitcoin in there, and take a little bit of money away from the other gambling activities that you might do if you didn't have Bitcoin.
Well, Peter, thank you so much.
All right, Crypto Kid.
Thank you so much. Take care, guys. See you. Subscribe. Bye-bye.